Hello, welcome back. Yes, I'm here again. It's been a while, 2 weeks, but we're back to making magic items. And we're getting close to the end of the magic item creation series that I've been doing here, where we make as many different magic items as we possibly can. I'm kind of running out of things that we can make magic items out of. So we'll be leaning into other things in the future, but for now, the box, the cube, the square, the whatever you want to call it, that is definitely where we're leading for today. And I have prepared some material. I've started the process. I'm hoping that you will share some of your ideas as well, and we'll do our very best to build them out into something interesting. So I would normally put up a poll, but I didn't put up a poll today because I'm clearly not as organised as I normally am. But we are going to get started, grab some food, some drink, make sure you're comfortable, and let's crack on, and shall we? Let's make this happen. Hi, welcome to HowtoRPG. My name is Fred Wheeler, and today we cover tabletop role-playing games, and we're looking at making a magic box, magic cubes, magic squares, magic dice, I guess, magic whatever, something that's basically looks like a box or a cube of some kind. And there aren't that many of those in Dungeons and Dragons. There's not that many in Shadowdark. There's certainly not that many in Pathfinder or other D&D clones or fantasy games. So what can we create? What can we come up with that would be interesting? Well, that is what we're doing today, okay? And I see that somebody's already started that process. Good on you. Fred Hubert is a patron and a moderator. The box of bugs, I see you've already put in a suggestion. So I'm going to grab that idea and just toss it into the bottom so that I can come back to it. And we'll come back to the box of bugs. But before I get started, let's ask the question. And that is, we want to make some magic boxes or cubes or whatever. What could they be? So let's start off with that. So hashtag, what are your magic box, cube, or square ideas? So that is what we're looking at, and we want to go with common, or another word would be simple, or low power. I expect today we will not be able to stay within low power, because making magic boxes is so niche, it's going to be difficult to be that restrictive. We might have to go outside that realm and do something a little bit more with it, just because it is so tight. It's not so easy to do. The more and more I pick a new topic for this and we do this, the harder and harder it gets, if people haven't noticed. We're definitely coming to the end. And of course, I will finish the end with cursed magic items, because I know many of you like that sort of thing. But not today. Cursed magic items, not happening today. Okay? I am going to put in... let's start this poll as well. Have you made magic boxes or cubes for your tabletop role-playing games. We might be more than one, right? Have you made magic boxes or cubes for your tabletop role-playing games? And we'll go here, yes, no, incomplete. Maybe today is the day that you get me to complete it for you. You never know. And then those of you who are just watching, just want to hear and listen. And we'll put that poll in. Okay, I run that poll. I have a document. I've already started the process, and we are going to do our very best to sort of pull it together as quickly as we can. Down. A couple of ideas here. Oops, that didn't work. Let's undo that and try again. Paste. It didn't work. Why is it not working? Paste. Okay, all right, got it on this time. Right, let's get across to the document that I'm looking at and working with, because that's what we need to do, is work with that. And we've got just under 2 hours to get as much done as we possibly can. Again, we are going to try very hard to complete as much as we can in the allocated time. The goal is to always sort of aim for 20, but 20 is a lot, so we'll see how we go. Okay, might not be possible. So I believe this is ready to go. Here we go. This is it. Going to the top, magic items. And I thought trick dice would be a good one. I know it's not necessarily a box, but it is a cube. And so these six-sided playing cubes, dice, let's just say cubes. Cubes can be rolled to any number the person thinks of between 1 and 6. Now, I think I now have a provisor in here. These six-sided playing cubes can be rolled to any number the person rolling the dice thinks of between 1 and 6. That's better. That's more like it. So there's your trick game dice. Next, Jack in the Box. Wondrous item. I've made this common. This colourful box is decorated with clowns. Opening the box has the top half of a clown spring out and tell silly jokes. Functionally, how useful is it? I don't know. Maybe you can entertain somebody while you're getting up to mischief. It's possible. And then we've got here, Fred Hoover's got Box of Bugs. I'm going to come back to the Box of Bugs in a second. But I want to get the 2 ideas that I had thought of just before this live stream down before I forget them. Otherwise I will. And that is the black monolith. For those of you who are familiar with 2001 or 2010 is kind of where I'm going with this. I'm going to go here. Paste. This rectangular black box is the size of a this rectangular box is size of a coffin and coffin. When the box is opened, it contains it's not trains, tains. Well, I'm going to put in the air. Contains small sparkling stars. It's all I'm going to put in there. I'm not going to make it any more specific than that. Okay, what else? Yes, this is the other one I was thinking of, and that is the ridiculous. It's ridiculous puzzle cube. As in the Rubik's Cube. I'm basing this off the Rubik's Cube, if you're wondering. So we'll go here, copy, paste, and okay, this six-sided cube has sides that can be moved Let's see. Let's see if we can make this six-sided cube. Sides. Has sides made up of 3 columns and rows. Okay. Moving the puzzle cubes columns and rows never leads to the okay, so I just need to keep going here. What am I putting in here? Okay, this six-sided cube has sides made up of 3 cubes and rows. Let's go. What I can make this easy from Rubik's cube. Okay. Rubik's cube. Okay. Don't want to know the solutions. Hungarian blah 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 blah. It's all there. So let us go here. So if you're wondering what is my fastest time completing the Rubik's cube, it is the best I've ever been able to do is 3 minutes. I am not that good. Okay. And that is without taking the stickers off. The 4x4 Rubik's Cube is much, much more difficult. Okay. Okay, so precursors. Okay, so what I want is just a fairly, does it give me like a decent sort of breakdown of what it looks like? Or they just have a picture? Okay, let's do this. Bracket. Paste. Each side of the cube has a different human face depicted. And these images can be scrambled. And these images are scrambled. Okay. This six-sided cube has sides made up of 3 columns and rows. Each side of the cube has a different human face depicting these depicted, and these images are scrambled. Here, this is what I want to do. Is I want to have a play on, you know how the going joke is you can never get the Rubik's Cube completed, right? Unless, of course, you know the logarithm. Let's go with you could always complete it if you move the puzzle cubes. Moving the cubes, columns, and moving the puzzle cubes, columns, and rows for 1 minute. For 1 minute. Moving the puzzle cubes, columns, and rows for 1 minute. Automatically completes the puzzle, just randomly turning it. In the puzzle is solved, the cube opens to reveal what has been placed inside. It is a really, really stupid puzzle box because it's not really going to protect diddly squat. So the ridiculous puzzle cube. Okay. All right, let's go back to you had this bug of boxes. Every time you open it, 1d6 distracting bugs come out and distract a random creature within. Oh, I think we can do better than that. Box of bugs. Let's go here. Let's drop this down. Okay, next. Getting rid of the hat. I don't need it today. It's not quite so cold today, so that's always nice. Oh, no. Do that. Okay, there we go. All right, so we need to go... let's go here. Copy. Okay, so box of bugs. Do you know, I like the name Box of Bugs, but there is a box with a bug in it from a movie called Constantine, which would ward off demons and devils. And I really like the idea of making a box of bugs that basically, if you shake it, it causes things to flee, like that are demons and devils. I actually think that's a really interesting thing to have as an item. It's very specific. So I think we're going to create that box of bugs. Okay. This small say wooden box small brown wooden box contains special magical bugs. Let's do that. Okay, let's do that. And then I think this is one of those things that we probably need to put attunement on. I didn't do a lot of attunement on the last lot, but this one is definitely one of those things, and it's probably, don't think it's going to be common. It's going to have to probably be cranked up a little bit. It's probably going to be would it even be uncommon? What is there that causes demons and devils to flee? There really isn't anything, is there? It requires attunement. Okay, that's for 5e. If you're playing Shadow Dark or something else, you won't give a toss about that. Shaking the box causes the bugs to scream, making demons and devils within 30 feet flee from flee. That's all I need to say. Don't have to say anything else. Okay, box of bugs. I've kind of taken your box of bugs and kind of maybe bastardized it off a movie that I've watched a few times. but I like that as a magical effect. I think that's quite cool. So we might come back to this idea and maybe I'll call it something else, but I don't know. Okay, cube of colors makes a dim light 20-foot radius that changes color every minute. It's very, very simple. I'm actually fine with that. Let's do that. What did I do? Did I do anything? I've got to cut it. All right, there we go. Paste. Here. Right, so I don't think we need to have it, anything like that. So we'll just go here. Go copy and paste. So holding this small cube, you can use free action use a free action holding this small cube. You can use a free action to make dim light emanate in a 20-foot radius that changes color every minute. Okay. Bit weird, bit strange. We can live with it. So we've got, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A lot of these are based off ideas. Where did I get the idea for the trick dice? Obviously loaded dice. And I thought, well, let's have some magical loaded dice or trick dice. has got a magical aspect to it, because you can change those numbers to whatever you like. It's not like they're just going to roll 6s every time, or 7, a 2 and a 5. You're not going to be playing crabs and win that way. So trick dice. Jack in the Box. The Jack in the Box is actually based partially off an animated show that I watched, or a couple of animated shows where they did this, and the old Chitty Chitty Bang Bang movie with Van Dyke and what's the name? Can't remember. But yes, there they play marionette, and there's a sort of kind of like a Jack in the Box, really. So I've based it off that, and then obviously the Black Monolith is based off 2001, and then we've got the Ridiculous Puzzle Cube, which is based off the Rubik's Cube, which I spent way too much time with. Box of Bugs is based off Fred Huber's idea, and the box with the beetle in it. Can we do that? Box of Beetles. Which is based off Constantine and the box that they had, the beetle in that you shake and it makes a screamy noise and makes things flee that are demons and devils. Doesn't like those sorts of things. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then the color cube, or cube of colors. And then we can probably still have this. So let's build this and make that the bug. Might as well, while we're here, and then it'll be back to chat, see what we've got to do. This ivory box, make an ivory box. Contains magical bugs. Here we go. Okay. Every time you open it, 1d6 bugs come out and distract a random creature within 20 feet. And that is all it needs to be. That is all that it needs to be. Okay. Here we go. Not too bad. I think we did right for, 30 minutes. Not too bad at all, if you ask me. Okay, well, let's go back to chat and see what other ideas you guys have cooked up. Anything like, oh, here we go. Shy X is in. It's going to be a busy day. I can see some really interesting ideas popping up here. Okay, so I'm going to have to take these down. I'm going to take these down, photo of memories. I'm going to just copy and paste them in, and then I'm going to start working on them so I can get them done as quickly as I possibly can. What had happened there? Something that didn't need to happen. So I tried to do that and it didn't work. Why? Do it again, Fred. Copy. Now, take it across, work, and paste. Okay, got it. That's that one. Next. My fastest at Rubik's Cube was I disassembled the cube and put it back together with the colors correct. Okay, all right. Suggestion box. Oh my, okay, let's have a look here. Let's see if we can just figure out what to do with that suggestion box idea. Next, box of crayons. I really like that. Oh, candle crayons. We'll probably not be recharging nothing because you know how I feel about that. Cube of dirt. Your box of dirt. Cube of dirt, box of dirt. Okay. Not sure what I'm going to be doing for that, but we'll come back to it. Okay, next. Pencil box. Oh, gosh. We're going to have to sort of up the ante. Gift box can produce a gift for a child every day. That's interesting. Very, very specific. It feels like it's a Santa Claus gift. Gift box. Okay, next. Box that when it is closed, it has an orgy in it, but when it's open, it's empty. What? An ogre in it. When it's opened. I am so lost negative space. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. Maybe I'll come up with an idea. Something's percolating in my mind, but it's not quite what you've written down. And then Pale Rider, hello. So Shy X, F, Fred Huber, negative space, Pale Rider. All right, library puzzle box. Solve the puzzle will grant you access to the knowledge within. Could be the history of a civilization, a wizard's total spell. Okay. We could do puzzle boxes till the end of time. Puzzle box of many worlds. Different configuration can take different worlds. It's basically the isn't there a cube that does something like that? Okay, all right. I'm pretty sure there is something that already sort of does something like that. Okay, let's mark off that there. So I'm up to date. Caramel puzzle box that never needs sharpening and will return to box if not in use. And parchment takes dictation for you. Yeah, well that's a bit more. I think that adding that in would be quite nice. Will transport an object to any destination you write on the label. No living things. It's like the quantum cat. Really? You have to explain. Yeah, I don't know what the quantum cat is, so I've got no idea what you mean by the quantum cat. Okay, all right. So now that we've got those, let's do that. Get you to throw some more ideas my way. And I'm basically up to date. Hello, Matthew. Puzzle boxes doubled as safe boxes are an intriguing concept. Yeah, I mean, look, there are already puzzle boxes that have been developed for D&D. Like the number of boxes that you can sort of access, like they're so common to have. Like really, the only reason I put down the ridiculous puzzle cube is because there is a ridiculous nature to the Rubik's Cube. That's really the only reason. It's more in jest than anything else. Okay, next. Photo of memories. Looks like an ordinary... Why am I looking at that? Photo of memories. I've taken down... where did I get the photo of memories from? Ordinary frame, but it takes a photo with 30-second recording before it's shot. Oh, in terms of it's a square, isn't it? I see what you're trying to say. Okay, all right, let's go down. Suggestion box. After you finish a rest, you can roll a d6 and record its result. Once you witness a d6, you can use the recorded d6 instead. It's a... what are you going for here? I think this is essentially to try to give you a number that you can add to a dice roll. I think that's what you're trying to do here, right? Box of candle crayons contains 2d6 crayons and recharges d6 once per day. Not a chance. Candle crayons that can be lit like a normal candle. All right. Okay. Box of crayons. We're going to take this box of crayons idea. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to put it up here. I'm going to work with that first. I think I know what I want to do with this. What I want to do is, something like that. Pass wall, here we go. So level 5. So 5e would be a level 5 spell. It's really just okay. So I could do that. Be rare. Rare for 5. Okay. 5e rare. Okay, let's do this down. And copy. Paste. Okay, box of crayons. Contains, okay, this small metal box contains 1d6 crayons. Get rid of the recharge per day. There's no recharging. It is going to be rare. I'm going to make it require attunement. And each crayon can be used to draw a 5-foot square box on a wall or door, and it magically creates an opening for 1 minute. So I think that is where we're going with this one. Candle effect would certainly be low magic, but I think that's kind of a box of crayons. The small metal box contains 1d6 crayons. The small metal box contains 1d6. Each crayon can be used to draw a 5-foot square small metal container. Right, what are we doing here? Let's go box. What do we got? Thesaurus, box, carton. Carton. I think that's what we want. Well, carton is not a hamper, Anton, bin. Okay. Okay. Each crayon can be used to draw a 5-foot square on a wall or door, and it magically creates an opening for 1 minute. So crayon is used, it disappears. Okay, all right, that one. I got that figured out, I think. It's fairly high powered though. Next, what's the next thing that we want to do here? I think the next thing is it the suggestion or the cube of dirt can hold 64 cubic feet of dirt in 1 cubic foot of space. I'm not sure what to do with that. Keep going. Pencil box. That's right. We were talking about the pencil box, and there were a couple of different things suggested. Even the gift box is interesting as an idea as well. Okay, so cut. Paste. No. Let's just go pencil box. And let's go down. Let's go wondrous. I don't think we need to have attunement for this. This is fairly low powered sort of stuff. So we'll go here. Copy. And there, paste. Paste, okay. Pencil box, bold. Alright, so never needs sharpening and will always return to the box if not in use. Okay, so I think there's a couple of things we need to do with this. Wondrous item, common. This wooden box. It's 10. Wooden rectangular box. Contains a magical pencil and parchment. I'm thinking back to what is it? Is it Harry Potter? And somebody was mentioning sort of being able to dictate to it. And also, what is it? Shazam 2, Fury of the Gods. There's a pencil or pen that writes and you can dictate to it, and it'll do it all for you. So I think what we'll do is we'll create that, because that would be fun. The pencil never needs sharpening. The pencil never needs sharpening. Pencil never needs sharpening, and the paper never runs out. Whoever holds the box can... That's not right. Holds the box can dictate to the pencil which will write every they say down parchment. Paper. Okay, I think we've got it. I think that's the gist of what we were trying to go for here. This tan wooden rectangular box contains a magic pencil and parchment. I see? When I was at school, we had to make ourselves a pencil case with a sliding top. It was part of the curriculum when you were doing woodwork, and so I remember this fondly. I had mine for many years. It's funny the things you remember. Very simple project. Anyway, so the pencil never needs sharpening and the parchment never runs out. Whoever holds the box can dictate to the pencil, which will write everything they say down on the paper. Okay, that's it. That's the gist of it. That's what we want as our magic item. Next, let's try doing this one here. I like the gift box. I think we should call it something else, though. Let's call it the paste. Parcel. Gift parcel. Okay, so let's make this a common paste. This colourful package with a red with a red bow can be opened once per day. Parcel is opened and the parcel is opened I think what we need to do is we need to key this into let's go here. That's not right. Whoever opens the parcel can think about a toy they would like, and it appears inside the box. I think that's what we want to do here. Okay. Some very unusual things. So we've got that pencil box, a gift parcel. Okay. There we go, Santa's gift parcel. There we go. Let's do that. What else is next on the list? Box that when it's closed, it has an ogre in it, but when it is open, it's empty. Confusing, not too sure what I want to do with that. Delivery box. Paste. Make it a chest. It is teleportation. Essentially, we're teleporting, whether it's a person or something, it is still teleportation. So that's fairly high level stuff. So that is going to be what? 7. 7 is 5e equates to very rare. Okay, so this is not a low level thing at all. This is fairly high. We are conjuring something here, but it is a toy. So copy. Let's go here. Paste. Very rare. Okay. Bold. How do I want to structure this? Okay. This wooden and iron band chest. This wooden and iron band chest teleports objects but not living creatures. Okay, we'll do that, get that tied in. Writing the address or destination that you writing the address or destination on a label you attach to an object is magically instantly transported location, instantly teleported to location specified. Okay, is that right? Okay, this wooden and iron band chest teleports objects but not living creatures. Write the address or destination on a label you attach. Address or destination on a label you attach to the object to an object. And it is instantly transported to the location specified. Okay, I think I got that sorted. Whew, got there. All right, drink of water. Next thing on the list, I think I'm going to need one of these because my voice is starting to go. All right, so photo of memories looks like an ordinary frame, but it takes a photo. Okay, not sure what we're going for here. Suggestion box. Again, this is a reroll mechanic. Not sure what to do with this. The ogre, an empty puzzle box of many worlds. Different configurations take you to different worlds. I feel like there's a magic item that really kind of already does that sort of thing. We've done the delivery chest rather than the delivery box, so we're going to get rid of this. Don't need that. Since I feel like this already exists, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm sure there is, I can't remember what it's called, but I know there is something that's like that already. That's that one. Summoning, Horizon puzzle box, thermal cube, force cube. Okay, alright, I can't remember what it is, but I know there's something. Okay, next. I'm not really sure what to do with these. So let's go back to chat and see what else I can find. Alright, so we've got a few there. Yeah, let's try chat again, see what else you've got lined up that we can sort of work with. Oh my, there's a lot. Core blimey. Lots to pick from. Coop of chickens. Oh my, holy shit. It keeps going on. Oh, there we go. All right. Okay, all right. I got it. I remember Pennywise solving Sheldon's puzzle box on the, oh, okay, on the TV show. 8-ball box. What's that? When the puzzle is solved, it will give a magic 8-ball answer to a question. See, we don't have magic. We don't have the magic 8-ball here in New Zealand. It's an American thing, so I'm not hugely familiar with that. So I'm going to leave it alone. I don't know. I'm not really sure what to do with that. Is there a box for a magic 8-ball? I thought it was just you just have the ball, the black ball, with the little window that when you shake it, something, it says something. Usually kind of generic, easily placed into any conversation. Yeah, anyway, okay, so let's go down here a bit more. What else have we got here? Projection box contains a 30-second long holographic message that plays on the top side, always set either on repeat or playing with a button. Basically, you've just made a projector and turned it into a magic item. Correct? I think that's what you've just done. Okay, what else we got here? In a way, a TARDIS could be a puzzle box. I suppose that's. I mean, I suppose yes, you could say that. I don't want to create. I don't want to create a police box. I don't want to create a TARDIS if I can help it. And crushed it. She stepped on it and crushed it. Who stepped on what? The rolling box. It can magically roll like a wheel, even though it isn't round. Oh dear. A bread box. Put flour in. 4 hours later you have bread. Okay. If we're going to do that, let's not put any flour in it and just have it just produce bread. That might be magical, right? You've just created, is it a bread maker? It's essentially a bread maker, Fred Huber. Okay, Pale Rider. Familiar box. When solved, it grants the person with a familiar no matter the class. Hell no. I would never make that. The last thing we want is pets everywhere. Not unless there's a really good reason for it. I don't think so. Handy kitchen gadget. Magic humidor. The box can produce 6 fine cigars a week. Box of concealment. The box can be set with a personal code to open it. The item is actually in a mini subplane, so the box cannot be destroyed to get the item. That's actually quite clever. It is essentially a magical safe, isn't it? It's essentially you've created a magical safe. Oh, it's not. Let's try again. Okay, noted that one down. Glyph box. When thrown into the ground, folds out and burns the glyph into the ground. Okay. The glyph must be cast onto the box beforehand. It can be given to another player. Hang on. The glyph can be found. So Calrel, I kind of partly understand what you're trying to do here, but so what is the point of doing that with the glyph? Is the glyph hold a spell, or is it just a glyph? Is it just a symbol? What? Tesseract jellyfish, a clockwork box jellyfish that floats near you as if underwater. It constantly repairs itself, but otherwise keeps you company. Is this hecklefish? Just jellyfish? from the Y files. Is this Heckles for Shy X from the Y files? It's very a tesseract jellyfish. Lunchbox of companions keeps food and drink fresh either in its own. It's a chili bin. You created a chili bin. Chili bin of champions. Very impressive name. We call it lunchbox of champions, but yeah, okay. So basically a chili bin. Mini jelly cube. When a cube artificial ooze creature can dispose of organic material, leaving behind metal sand. Okay. Oh, I see. You're trying to turn an ooze into a tool. Right, mark that down. A box that when an item is put in it and taken back out, if a person asks the box where the item was in it at last, the box will tell them that they have to identify the item by name. A cracker box, infinite supply of stale crackers. Okay. A box that is decorated to look like a circus carriage. If anyone asks at what type of animal can be seen, the box will answer them correctly. There is information here that I am not clicking onto, and I don't know if it's cultural because I'm in New Zealand and some of you are in the States or somewhere else around the world, but I'm having a little bit of trouble figuring out. There feels like there's layers of intention behind here, and I can't figure out what's going on. And there's a lot of it today, I've noticed. I'm not going to be able to hold off on doing the cursed magic items for too much longer, I suspect. A soapbox. Put clothes in it, and 1 minute later you can get impressed. Soapbox. Oh dear. Okay, music box. You are self-proclaimed designated table DJ. Okay, so well, a music box. Okay, I feel like the music box is. How can we make it so that it's sort of snot? Do it again, Fred. Can we make it so that it's more magical in nature and less mundane? Cube of butter. Do you know a block of half a kilo of butter or 500 grams of butter in New Zealand, where I live, is $12 New Zealand. It is cheaper to buy butter in another country that is made in New Zealand than to buy it in my own country. Cube of butter. Can't believe it's not butter. Cook with it. It makes all manner of organic meats delectable and edible. If you can afford it in New Zealand. Cube of butter. I am tempted to do something with this. It is weird, but I am certainly tempted to do something. I've penciled that away. I have an idea. Box of shadows, when activated, creates 10-foot radius zone of silence and shadows, boosting stealth checks to +10 for 10 minutes. Hell no. Pass without a trace is bad enough. The idea of a box of shadows, though, is entertaining. That is more of a cursed magic item, though, really, in many respects. Go here. Pizza box. Choose who buys pizza next game session at the end. Here we go. Bridge box. When set down and commanded, it creates a bridge up to 100 feet long and 15 feet wide. When commanded again, folds up at your feet back into its box. Calrel, I think this bridge box is one of the coolest things I've heard so far today. I actually really like that idea. I know that sounds strange, but seriously, I think that is brilliant. It's a magic item. Very, very impressed. Let us take the bridge box. Okay. Coop of chickens. Roll a d6. On a 6, reduces a live chicken, otherwise produces this is quite entertaining too, actually. Man, a lot of ideas today. Okay, lots to pick from, I'll tell you that now. Okay. Could have the chicken or the egg riddle in it, and maybe the player will think they have to solve it. Maybe. Delivery chest. I was thinking the box goes with the item and is one use. And that is a cursed magic item. Okay, ooze in a box. Holds an ooze of some making and then throw and hits the ground. It releases an ooze which attacks nearest victim. Okay, so we're looking like we're trying to create an ooze that you can weaponize. Boxes, briefs. Oh God. Unarmed strikes you make. This bit turn can deal 1d6 what shit damage. Boxes, briefs. Is it poisonous gas damage? Okay. 8-ball answer questions based on yes or no, or maybe, or triangulator answers. Okay. All right. D12 for sorted answers. Yes, no, doubtful, you wish, and jar, liquid. I feel like that is a ball or a sphere. We've kind of done the orbs already, haven't we? Hot box emits smoke. How about if the box breathes ground? Oh my. Okay, alright. Hot box. Let's put the hot box down. A little bit further down. Down, down, down. Where are we? Wow. A tesseract jellyfish. I have no idea. Okay. Costume box allows the user to create a closet to store costumes and makeup. No, I don't want to make my own butter because I'll never get through it all. Okay, the circus carriage is like the old box of animal crackers, is it? But this box tells someone the name of for a type of animal and the wielder can see it fast. Okay. It's a covered bridge. Okay. All right. Let's take. I've caught up. I've noted down a few things. Let's see if we can't turn some of these things into a magic item with the time we've got left. Gosh. There's a lot of ideas here. Okay. What are we starting with? paste. Common. The small block of butter, if cut or cooked with, or if cut or cooked with, if cut or cooked with, never gets any smaller. Here we go. This is to obviously compensate for the fact that I've had to contend with the price of butter in my part of the world being ridiculously high. You don't take this one too seriously. This small block of butter, if cut or cooked, never gets any smaller. If cut, eaten, or cooked, it's not right, eaten, cooked, never gets any smaller. Okay, sure. Now let's do the bridge box. Bridge. So it is creating quite a large thing. I think this is going to have to be... We are... What is the spell? It's it's not called construct, is it? Small construct, it's not called construct, it's not create construct, it's what is the word? Don't use it much in the games that I've played. Is it fabricate? Fabricate spells. Here we go. I think it's fabricate. 4th level spell. Basically, it's the 4th level spell. Okay. So it would be rare. Whatever we do here, it's going to be rare. So that's fine. I see what you've done. You've based it off fabricate. So rare. Do we need to do that? Probably not. We can do this instead. This box. Where is it? Okay. Let's do that. Yeah, that's that one. Oh, jeez. Okay, so this metal box, when set down and commanded, it creates a bridge up to 100 foot long and 15 feet and 15 up to 100 foot. So feet, foot. 100 feet long and 15 foot wide. Okay, this metal box, when set down on the ground and commanded it's a free action. Creates a bridge up to 100 feet long and 15 feet wide. Can command it to fold up. A free action can command it to fold. Command it to fold up. Fold. To fold. Back up. Into box. Okay, I think I got it. It's not low level, but yeah, we've got that. So we got that done. Music box, and I think that one of the more common things to have be a box is a music box, right? So let's create a magical music box. What would that be? I feel like it has to be something that is versatile, because it's not really going to have a combat feature to it. It's just going to have more of an entertainment purpose to it. So let's do something like that. I don't think we need to get too worried about this one. So here we go. Paste music box. This, I think I'm going to use this small round black box. Is covered in tiny pills. Is decorated in tiny pills. Okay, that's what we want to say. Okay, so then what does it do? What is its, how is it going to function? That is the question. I want it so alright, so whoever opens the box can mentally command the container to produce any musical sounds they have heard in the past. I think that is the gist of where this was going in terms of the idea being presented in chat. So music box, wondrous item, common, this small round black box is decorated in tiny pearls. Whoever opens the box can mentally command the container to produce any musical sounds they have heard in the past. Perfect. Okay, we got it done. All right, so I was going to do this coop of chickens, and I think we're going to do the hot box. Paste hot box. Let's go here. It's not really a hot box, it's really a smoking box. It's a smoky box. This no, let's go here. This grey box. If opened, produces produces small cloud of smoke. I think that's what we're doing here. Produces a small cloud of smoke, but no fire. No fire. Okay. Okay, so how are we doing here? We've got a few. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, all right, so we're up to 15. Now this coop of chickens, live chickens, and then we've got eggs. It's a very odd thing. I don't want to roll a d6 and then suddenly have up to 6 live chickens running around. What else have we got here? Alright, so let's get rid of that. Let's go through some of these other ideas that we had before, see if we can do anything. Projection box, so this is basically projecting a hologram. We've done a lot of hologram stuff before. Box of concealment. Box can be set to a personal code and open up the items actually. Okay, so this is basically a vault that is box of concealment. Tesseract jellyfish. It's very tempting to do something with that, but it's kind of weird. Okay, let's see what if I can find something with that. Tesseract. not as a the concept of the cube for a 4-dimensional space, just as a cube is an extension of a square to a 3-dimensional space. Tesseracts are composed of 8 cubes, 16 vertices, 24 faces, and 32 edges. Oh, I see. Okay. A hypercube is a 4-dimensional cube. Okay, alright. Well, let's learn something new. Lunch box of champions. The mini jellyfish cube. Photograph of memories. Suggestion box. Cube of dirt. None of those are sort of singing to me. I'm not too sure what to do with them. Oh dear. How would I write those up? I'm not sure. Okay, let's go back to chat again and see what else we've got there. If there's anything that sort of says do this, do me next. We'll try that. Okay. So going back here, fire pit box creates a common fire pit and pots for cooking. Real butter in the US is now cheaper than the assorted types of fake butter. Well, yeah, that's nice to know. You guys are doing all right. Compare the bridge to a wall of iron. Oh, really? I don't think so. I think that bridge is not a wall of iron. I think fabricate is probably the right spell, because it literally feels like you could do that. Well, we have a lot of Freds here. My nickname is Freddy, and I'm a Frederick. Aha, yes. We've got Fred Huber, and you. I'm Frederick as in Fredrick. No Y, I'm not German. And there's no 2 E's. It's just the 1 E. I'm older, so you're copies. Am I a copy? Geez, I think I must have forgotten just how old I am. I think I'm 53 myself. 54 this year. I think that's right. I think I'm 53 this year. 54 in a couple of months. I was DM in 1977. Everlasting ice cube. Without contact, keeps nearby liquids chilled. Once per day you can touch a freeze up to 5-foot area of water. I think I've already created something like this. I've done this before. Everlasting ice cube. I'm pretty sure I've already created it. Music box is a MP3 recorder player. Yeah, I suppose so. Pandora's box would pull forth the black cards of the deck of many things. Well, I have a deck of many insults. It was a Kickstarter, perfect for cutting words. Okay, all right. Hello, Nacho man. How you doing, buddy? Hopefully we get to hang out and talk about Dragon Heart this weekend, provided things aren't too busy. Nacho man is a patron. Okay. Did we do tentacle box? We've had so many things that are tentacles. Box thrown to the ground, releases 4 tentacles and then grab the nearest foe, grappling. Shoebox contains a frog. It's just a frog in a box. Yeah. Tax collector's cash box requires 10% of your gold every month. Could add this to the Tesseract box. I am not too sure what to do with this. I think what we do is I stop the poll. I've taken down all the ideas that I can figure out how to sort of do something with without getting kind of silly. Everlasting butter. It doesn't get much sillier than that, does it? Have you made magic boxes or cubes for your tabletop role-playing games? Yes, 37%. No, 37%. Just watching, 25% out of 8 votes. Okay, all right. I'll put these up onto Patreon. If any of these sort of sing out to me and I'm like, yeah, we should make that, then I'll put it together. Right now, I'm just not feeling those that much, and maybe because I need time to process. I probably need to sit on the toilet and have a big poo, and it'll probably come to me. But yeah, so there's about 2 pages worth of magic items that we've done. 2 pages is not too bad. 15 magic items. Yeah. Each one of them is sort of doing something else that, I tried really hard this time to do something that we haven't done before. It's not so easy because we've done so many magic items. And these I'm really not too sure how to approach these, so we'll leave them for now. But I'll put these up onto Patreon at the end of the week when I get some time. Yeah, I think that'll be enough for today. So what is happening next week? Same day, same time, next week. I've decided that I'm feeling really, really bad. I mean, like the magic items you can use in any game system, right? You could convert them over or often use them as is in any game system, whether it be Shadow Dark or Dungeons and Dragons 5e, or if you're playing Pathfinder 2nd edition or the remastered, or you're playing AD&D because maybe you've got AD&D and that's your game, or you're playing basic or Castles and Crusades, or I don't know, Dungeon Crawl Classics, or whatever the heck it is that you're playing, like whatever you're playing. So this is why I've been focusing a lot on magic items, because the desire is that it would be great if we had like a book of just lots and lots of really simple magic items. So what I want to do next week is, I've been feeling really bad about those people who are trying to play the 2024 Dungeons and Dragons version. Okay? I honestly think that they've had to struggle with what are some god-awful backgrounds. It's one of the reasons why my group will not play 2024 D&D. We were simply they were quite happy to just keep playing 2014 D&D because they like those backgrounds more. So next week I'm going to fix the backgrounds for Dungeons and Dragons 5.24 or 5.5 or 2024 or whatever the hell it's called. I'm going to fix the backgrounds for them. So I'm going to do that next week, same time, same day. After that, I think I've put it off long enough. I think I need to do cursed magic items in 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks, we'll come back to magic items and I'll say designing cursed magic items, okay? And you guys can go bat nuts crazy and do all sorts of horrible things to your players with them. That's sort of my plan in terms of the design process. And then I'll have a look to see if there's anything else in terms of magic items that I feel like we've missed that we need to focus on and do something with, then we will. And if we don't, then we'll move on to designing something else. And I don't know whether it'll be designing for 5e or Dungeons and Dragons 5e or Shadow Dark, or I don't know. I haven't really decided, or whether it would be system agnostic. But anyway, that's sort of where my head is at. I want to keep pushing stuff out that you can use. I wish I had all of my cursed magic item ideas. They have been written down. You guys have produced a lot over the time, but I figure 2 weeks you get to unload all of your cursed magic item ideas, and I'll try to turn them into magic items as best I can. And next week, let's give some love to the poor D&D people who have to deal with the new modern version of D&D, and see if we can't fix their backgrounds that are suck shit right now, and see if we can't fix a lot of the problems. I finally figured out how to do it. It took me a while, but I got there. Anyway, that's the gist of it. That is what I have to say for today, and I think it's time to go. I think it is. All right, so huge thank you to everybody who's been watching and listening. Thank you so much for watching and listening. If you took part in the poll, thank you so much. And for those of you who have been in the chat, sharing your ideas and your opinions and just making whatever comments, keeping me busy. Fred Huber, Negative Space, Cal Rel, of course, We had Nacho Man here, Shy X, a lot of ideas, Pale Rider, of course, and was it Matthew? I'm pretty sure Matthew was here for a little while. I'm sure I saw Matthew in the chat. And did I miss anybody? I think I said everybody, didn't I? Is that a cover of the whole lot? I'm pretty sure. That is everybody. If I missed you, I apologise. It was not meaning to do so, okay? But yes, Shy X and Fred Huber have been working very, very hard, produced a lot of ideas. Hopefully it's something you can work with and do something with. And anyway, wherever you are in the world, whether it be the morning, the afternoon, or the night, please look after yourself, your family, and your friends. Be nice to your neighbours. Go and make your own magic items. Give it a go and try them out. Start slow, start small. I'm sure you can handle it. It is not as hard as it might seem. You just have to be willing to destroy them when they do cause you trouble. And hey, till next time, keep rolling those 20s.